Well, hello everybody. It's been a very long time. Normally I go and check and see what the last video was that I posted, but I have been through quite a bit since then, so I'm just going to start where I'm at. How about that? A lot has happened. Excuse me if I spin around in my chair. I'm in my office. It's the only private place I can do a video today. And so I might spin around a little bit. Before I forget though, those of you who were in my life several years back and are still around know that I've been trying to clean my house, decluttering and stuff, and I have made a lot of progress. That's part of what I've been doing for a really long time, has been cleaning my house, purging, as you will. So I've made a lot of progress in here. I can see lots of my office floor. I don't know if you can see it, but there used to be, those are boxes that are leaving. There used to be nothing, no floor space in here. Now there's lots of floor space, and my work table that I'm going to eventually be doing my crafts on, that used to be up past the windowsill. So I've made lots of progress. Lots and lots of progress in the house. I've been pretty steady at it for the last year. I started like in, I don't know, end of 2007, I think, and I just couldn't. I'd start and stop and start and stop, and I'm pretty much being consistent now. I do have moments where I stop, but because I don't feel well, but I get past that and I get back up and I get busy again, which I will do today. And my hair's wet, it's not dirty. Just noticing how shiny it looks in this video. Anyway, alright, so health-wise, I've been struggling a little bit. Sometimes the light makes my cheeks look worse than they are. The malar rash. I did pretty well for a while. Recently I went to Gen Con, and there were over, I don't know, 40,000 people there, and normally I'm not around that many people, and I picked up some kind of bug, a cold or something. It attacked my throat. Excuse me, let me turn that down a little. It's a song I like, but a little bit too loud. Anyway, I did really well for a while, and I didn't get sick when other people around me were getting sick, but I think being around that many different germs, it did me in. Not because well, let me start over. I was completely wore out by the end of the convention, and that's when I think where I was weak, and my immune system just couldn't handle it. So I had a bad sore throat, and it's been several weeks since then, and I'm still not quite feeling better. I'm still feeling kind of blah, so I've been kind of for, I don't know, a few months now. Since March, a lot has happened. I know I mentioned to you a bit about my son and him getting in trouble and him having issues with drugs and stuff, and well, I'm not real excited to tell you this, but he has been in jail since March, and he was sentenced, I don't know, a week ago. Yeah, about a week ago, to finally got his sentence, which is pretty ridiculous because what he did, anyway, he was sentenced to 4 years in prison, and that means he has to serve 2 years. But he does get to count the 6 months he's been in, so by the time he gets there and he does, he can do some substance abuse classes and get some time cuts doing classes like that. He's still looking at a year, maybe a year and a few months, I don't know. Depends on how many time cuts they'll allow him to have. Hold on a second, my YouTube videos have advertisements. I'm going to turn it off. Okay, anyway. So that's part of why I haven't been feeling so well. Because I've been concerned about my son, and it's one thing to accept that he's where he's at, but then as a mother, then you have your other concerns about, is he safe? You know, he is in a place where there's lots of other people who have done really bad things, and some people like him who have not done very bad things, but he's there. I'm not I'm not saying it's okay for what he did. What happened with my son, this is it in a nutshell. He has a drug addiction. He goes into blackouts, and he's walking around in a blackout. And he's done it, he's had I think three blackouts where he was functioning. He was up and moving around, driving cars, getting into trouble. And the crime he committed was he would steal things from friends. And they had every right to call the police on him. Every right. And he didn't just steal things from his friends. He would come here and he'd be very violent. I don't remember if I told you that in one of his blackouts he was here. He came here and he kicked my door in and broke my garage window, and is really sad. He doesn't remember it. He doesn't remember it. He doesn't know. He didn't know until recently the trauma it caused for us, his family. So this has been, him sitting there for all this time and not using drugs and stuff has been, I don't know if it's his wake-up call. I sure hope so. But he has become more aware of his actions and how he has affected all of us, not just, his family, but his friends as well. And he has learned about how it hurts us when he does those things. And he also has learned that we really love him regardless of his addiction, and that we all want him to get well. And it's been very hard for us. It's been very, very hard for us. It's been very hard for all of us. Wow, I look really tired. It's because I am tired. Let's see, what else has happened? So we'll put that aside now. That's what's going on with my son. Right now he's waiting to be moved. Or I guess it's called processing in. They have to send him to a place called RDC, and then that's where they'll decide which prison he's going to go to. And we're all praying that it's not going to be really far away. Right now, both prisons that are near here are about an hour in different directions, but that's okay. We'll deal with it, and that's what I told him. We're going to support him through this and help him get through it, and none of us are going to leave his side. We can't be there with him physically, but we're with him spiritually, and that's the best we can do. We're going to write to him, and if anybody out there wants to write to him, let me know, because he'd be glad to hear from you. Talking to my very close friends and my family, but if there are others out there on my list who understand the situation, you're welcome to write too, because all the support he can get through this is going to help him tremendously. At one point when he went back to jail, he became suicidal, and that was just so hard for me. And I'm hoping and praying and sending energy and protection and keeping everybody involved in the prayer process here that he does not become suicidal again. He seems to be better. He seems to be handling it well, and he's got a good attitude. So he's just anxious to get started on his time and he can actually work while he's there, and he intends on doing that. So anyway, other thing that's happened, I think, yes, maybe during my last video, I think I told you my daughter moved back in. She gave us a good scare too. This past June, I think it was, she got into, they call it the Ricky Bobby bath salts, and she almost died. It was the most terrifying, besides the things my son has done to us, that was the most terrifying thing I'd been through with one of my children. He scares us pretty good, but that even scared him. Even in his drug addiction, he could still tell what was going on with his sister, and he was terrified too. That was a wake-up call for my daughter. She no longer does those things, and she's healthy again. She gained her weight back. She looks good. She's working a lot. She found a job that she really likes, and she is eagerly saving every penny she can so she can get a car. Because right now she depends on me to take her to work, and that's been kind of interesting, because I have to get up at 4 in the morning and take her to work, because she does a 5 a.m. shift, and that's been I've learned to face one of my fears, which is driving at night, and driving at night and in the rain. Well, not night, you know what I mean. 4 in the morning is not nighttime, but it is still dark out. So I'm happy to say that I've been doing very well. I take her to work and I come back and I don't have any problems. Today it was really, really foggy. And there's a joke in my family, and my closest friends know that when it's really foggy like that, I say that the dragons are out. Because there was a time when I had this medical procedure done, and they had me kind of loopy, and on my way home it was really foggy, and I had to go to work, which I didn't know I was going to be loopy, but when I went to work, I started telling everyone there that the dragons were out and that they breathed their smoke all over the place. Yeah, they took all the knives away from me that day and put me on a different spot in the store, and they said, no cutting up stuff, you just go over there. That was fun. So that stays with me now, the dragon story. So yes, this morning I thought about the dragons were out because it was all foggy and misty and pretty, and the moon was, you can see the moon through the mist, and so there are fun things that happen at 4:30 in the morning. So I'm not complaining. I actually have enjoyed getting up that early. Do I stay up when I get home? Sometimes. I'll stay up and go through my day, and sometimes I'll come home and I'll go lay back down for a little bit. And that's okay too. So anyway, that's it for my older two. My youngest are doing online schooling through the K-12 school, and they're doing very well. Last year they started the second semester. They missed the first semester, but they made all A's, and they had to take one summer school class, and they passed that. So I'm very proud of my girls. They're doing very well. Now, me physically, I've gained some weight because I stopped walking. When I don't feel well, it kind of spirals. You don't feel good, and then you get kind of depressed, and then you don't want to get up and do anything. And walking was on my list, but I got sick. Then it got really miserable hot outside, and there's no way I'm going to walk in that. I hate walking in the heat. I feel faint when I walk in that. And we had a miserable summer, like in 100-degree weather and 105, and very, very hot and nasty. And so I didn't do anything for a long time. So now I'm starting to push myself again, and that's actually why I started want to do my videos again, because I haven't been keeping track, and I know you guys, some of you have been wondering what happened to me, and I'm still here. I've just been, dealing with life, dealing with family, dealing with myself, dealing with my house, all kinds of stuff. So that's what's been going on in my life. And I have not forgotten about you guys. I do check and see what you're up to. I don't always get to watch your videos, but if you're posting, I know you're still there. I haven't been posting, and I'm sorry about that. But as you know, life goes on. You've got things to do, and some days I really wish that I could do the, daily vlogs and things like that, but I'm just honestly, I'm not that kind of person. I guess other things are my priority, like my children and myself, and I gotta do what I gotta do, right? Let's see, what else do I need to tell you? I don't know. I think I might have caught you up. The weather is cooling off a little bit, so I'm going to be outside a little more. Earlier this year I did start off by being outside a lot. I was writing letters to my son, and I have a friend who's in prison at the moment, so I've been writing to him and my son, and that was taking up a lot of my time, but I was enjoying it because I got to do it outside with my feet in the grass, and then the grass all died because of the heat, and so I came back inside, and that kind of fizzled away, the whole sitting outside thing. But writing continued. I am very supportive of my family and my friends. Let's see, we're approaching 15 minutes, so I wanted to put this video up because there's people wondering about me, like my friend Johnny, and my friend Kat, and a few others out there, Colleen, and good gracious, I can't name all of you. You know who you are. I love you guys, and I miss you. Hopefully I'll do another video in a week. I'm not going to promise, but I will try. I promise I will try. I love you guys, and I will check in again soon, and please write to me. Send me some notes. Tell me how you are. Pray for my family, for my son, and for all of our healing, okay? I love you guys.